are killing them. And now Matatu stretches for the line, and he scores. And they just keep the fire burning. They're having to come from a long way back in defence of their title, but 2 wins back-to-back have certainly kept that hope alive.
Coverage of DHL Super Rugby Pacific is proudly delivered to you by KFC and More FM. Sport is about the defining moments.
Spines tingling.
Be there to watch them all unfold with your home of sport.
This is where you get goosebumps on every arm and a tear in every eye.
The out-of-this-world plays.
Absolutely brilliant.
The fierce rivalries. The last-second heartbreaks.
It all happens in the blink of an eye.
Be there for the agony.
Unbelievable. Now the pressure really cranks up.
Be there for the euphoria.
Just incredible.
Be there for the moment when history is made.
New Zealand are the champions.
Be there for the moments that matter.
Can you believe what you just seen? Sensational!
And in your life, have you ever seen anything like it?
Sky, your home of sport.
Dinner kits delivered for every family style. Hello, show off. Hello, clean plates. Hello, fresh. Hello, dinner.
This Mother's Day, give Mum a photo gift from Snapfish, like a stunning photo book from only $9.95 or a fleece blanket from just $29.95. With a huge range of gifts mums will love. This Mother's Day, go to snapfish.co.nz.
All right, I'm off
Where are you off to?
to get the flu jab. You coming?
I won't get the flu. Touch wood.
Kia ora, you here for the flu jab?
Don't leave it to chance. Get your flu vaccine. It's free if you're over 65 and for many others too.
G'day, how you going?
Kia ora.
Kiwi.
Good things might come to those who wait, but not for those who wait too late. And we gotta go for all we know. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. You and I.
New Zealand, you deserve better.
Who? Us?
Yes, you Wilsons, you deserve better deals from Domino's. So we're doing fantastic family bundles, like 2 family-sized valley pizzas and 2 sides from $28.99.
Bro, that's amazing. Hey, oh no, the goods are getting me. It's getting me, it's getting me. Yeah, CMH went up for receiving. Hey, look, reason I pulled you over is you've been speeding.
I was only a few Ks over.
Same speed as everyone else.
I wasn't going that fast. How about you catch some real criminals? Keep these up. I'm not hurting anyone.
Hey, look, reason I pulled you over is you've been speeding.
Big Brands toys on sale at Farmers. There's 20% off toys and up to 15% off Lego. Buy one, get one free on Athmar soft toys. Plus, shop super deals on Fisher Price, LOL Surprise, Hasbro Games and more. Farmers Big Brands toy sale on now.
Hop into the warehouse now for sweet Easter bargains. Like these chocolate bunnies, 2 for $4, Easter arts and crafts from just $3, and licensed Easter treats from $5.50. Find all your Easter bargains now at the warehouse.
This Easter, enjoy irresistibly smooth chocolate.
Lindor, made to melt you by the Lind Master Chocolatier.
This is the Premier League.
Newcastle, Man United.
Isak scores! Hoyland seals the deal.
Monday, live Sky Sport.
Coverage of Sky Super Rugby Aupiki.
What a moment!
Is brought to you by 2 Degrees. Fighting for fair for women in sport.
Two teams will soon walk out onto this famous ground, like legends before them. Fa'omasili, Hoxedge, Hedemi. Who will take the title of Aupiki champions? Will the Blues hold on to their title?
They are Super Rugby Aupiki champions!
Or will Matatu relive 2023?
Matatu are the Super Rugby Aupiki champions.
On this storied turf, Aupiki first rose.
Welcome to Eden Park for the first ever women's Super Rugby match. Blues Waihe.
Tenakoto Katoa, no mai haere mai ki Tamaki Makoto. It's great to have you join us here in the fortress of Eden Park. And I'm lucky to be joined by 3-time World Cup champion Kendra Hoxedge, as well as dual international Honey Hedemi Smiler. Great to have you here for another grand final Super Rugby Aupiki. No doubt two of the best teams, but how have you seen the battle develop between these two sides this season?
Well, I tell you what, Taylor, this competition this year I think has been one of the best, and these two teams, such contrasting styles, right? I mean, the Blues, they've dominated from the outset, but the Matatu, they've been the dark horse and they've just clawed their way into this final. I think tonight's set to be a massive game, Kenj.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's excitement. There's excitement building, the energy here. And yeah, the top two teams of the competition, right? So it's all down to this last game. Both teams have been outstanding this season, and I think it's going to be an epic start to the game.
Probably a little bit of animosity between the two sides as well. They've both got 1-for-1 getting over each other. What do you think the Blues have taken away from the last meeting in Whangarei?
Oh, well, if we look at this game here, back in round, I think 2 it was, and, you know, the Blues just came out of the blocks and they've dominated. They're really good starters, right? And they really put Matatu to the sword in this game. And Matatu took a lot of learnings from that. When you think back then, you fast forward to round 5's game, I was really impressed with the strategy that Matatu took to counteract what the Blues done, Kenj.
Yeah, and then obviously we move into round 5 when it changed, when, you know, Matatu kind of got that win. And they, you know, people would say that the Blues may not have put out their strongest team, but the way that the Matatu actually come into that game around their defence, they were pinning the Blues back so they couldn't get out of their 22. But Matatu tonight are going to have to meet the physicality.
I was going to say, if you're going to talk about the way that these two play, what's the difference?
Oh, well, you mentioned it. It's the physicality. What team's going to go through the middle, what team's going to use the width. And there's plenty of X factor when you look across this team. I mean, both teams are smothered absolutely with Black Ferns, so that is pretty impressive in itself. But for me, they've also got a lot to play for. We've got a handful of players out here playing their 20th game tonight, so both teams are going to want to get up for those players.
And if they take out this one, they have the opportunity to go head-to-head Trans-Tasman rivalry as well against the Waratahs, who have just clean swept the Reds just earlier. So that one is next Thursday, but all eyes are coming towards this one. Well, we know it takes an entire squad all the way to the management to get here, but let's take a look at the 23 who are named to run out. Starting with the Blues, the consistent forward pack, but with one change. Holly Greenway starts at blindside, pairing up with informed 17-year-old Basin and Michaela Ta'u. As for the back, threats are everywhere, with Kotra at 10, Deman and Woodman Whitcliffe in the midfield, and outside C. Colossi, Bahakolo and Sorrison McGee at the back. Matatu have lost 2 players, Dermody and Lethal Jackler Jenkins, out for the rest of the season. But don't worry, they've got Bremner, Olsen Baker and Bayfield as their loose forward trio. Expect a big game from Maya Joseph at half, and midfielders Grace Brooker and Amy Duplessis. Well, plenty to unpack, so we went straight to Ricky Swinell to catch up with 2 of the masterminds at work with head coach Willie Walker and Whitney Hanson.
Well, Whitney, these are the matches everybody plays for. How have you ensured, I guess, that the players are going to enjoy this moment as well as perform in it?
Yeah, look, we've talked heaps about what does it mean to play a night game and that preparation for those that it would be different who haven't had one before. So I think we've done that piece well, and getting to finals, like you say, is what you play for. So talk heaps about enjoy the moment, be out there. We don't need to do anything different. We need to be Matatu.
You've had some injury disruption. What are you asking, particularly from Laura Bayfield, who's switching from lock to open side tonight?
Well, firstly, just have a crack at being 7, and she's definitely put her hand up to do that. But look, Laura's an amazing player. She's got heaps of heart in where she plays, and whatever number's on her back, we know she'll do a job for us.
What'll be your last message to the team before they run out?
I've probably already given it, to be fair. We do that at the hotel. Again, sink back into who we are. We know what it means to be Matatu. We're incredibly proud of who we come from and all of the people that have allowed us to be here today. So make them proud, go out and be who we are.
Have a great final. All the best.
Thank you.
Well, Willie, you always said coming into this season you were going out to win the title again, not defend it. How has that mindset helped you get back to this point?
I think we've known that we've had to be on top of our game throughout the season with that goal in mind. You can't go out and defend because you always know that you're going to be chased. So we wanted to go out and hunt ourselves, and it served us well.
What's been the key focus of preparation this week?
Just enjoying the occasion, the opportunity to come out and be in contention for a title is always cool. To play as a main game where the boys are curtain raisers, let's say, and just a different atmosphere that our players have probably not experienced. Just get that excitement up.
You've got such a stacked backline, you can leave Sylvia Brunt on the bench, but when that backline fires, if it does tonight, what does it look like to you?
Oh, it's silly. I think it's Portia scoring 2 or 3 tries, Caitlin Varcolo scoring another couple, and then you've got a Braxton and a Jamie Calussi on the other side, so who knows? Get them some nice clean ball, and like I say, it's going to be an exciting time, so hopefully we can see some magical moments.
All the best for the final. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Well, they've had a target on their back all season. Can they go back to back? But with their backline, I mean, they're star-studded. Like he said, they left Sylvia Brunt, a Blackfern midfielder, onto the bench and putting Portia Woodman-Whitcliffe at centre. Do you think, why do you think that is? And do you think that's a tactical strategy?
Well, I think that's a big call, to be honest, because if you look at Ruahei Demant and Portia Woodman-Whitcliffe, this is only the second time that combination has played together. And that was the time that they lost to Matatu. In saying that, though, as Willie mentioned in that coach chat there, we know that Portia is a freak of nature and she can make things happen from anywhere. And with the game smarts of Ruahei inside her, I mean, that is a pretty lethal combination. Doesn't really matter where you put Portia. I think what's really key, though, is how they open up the outsides. On the other side, though, that combination that that Matatu's got, I mean, they're pretty lethal themselves.
Yeah, I'm really excited about, obviously, with Portia and obviously going up against Duplessis and Grace Brooker in the midfield. And, they've been together for years. They know how to play together. And I think in terms of the challenge that Portia's going to have is defensive reads, right? Like being able to read the defence, because that's always a tricky thing to do when you're in the centres.
What do they need to ensure that they both, have their edge over one another? What allows them to fire?
Yeah, look, I think first and foremost, they've got to shut down time and space for Portia. You can't get her any kind of space one-on-one. She'll beat you every time. But look, they really need to employ the likes of Grace Brooker's kicking game. I think that's been so effective. They're in sync, those two. They kind of know each other so well. So I think that'll work effectively for them.
And Matatu, their kicking game has been a big part of the game plan this season, and it's worked wonders for them. Well, we've talked all about the backs. We could probably talk about the forwards, but apparently we're not employed for that. But Taylor Johnson is, and she's standing by with Michaela Brake.
Thanks, Taylor Curtis. Second row has always worked the hardest. But Michaela Brake, look, she may be a winger, but she is the best in the sevens game at getting in over the ball and tackling. So you're qualified to talk about loose forwards. Let's talk about some of those. Kaipo Olsen-Baker. I mean, she is going to be the go forward for Matatu today. She's 22 years old, was the 2024 Blackfern Player of the Year. Because when you look at that Blues forward pack, they're big. But Kaipo, she's bigger and she is stronger.
For the age that she is, you can see why she was Blackfern Player of the Year last year and the impact that she made against the Blues. The last time they played against each other, 16 ball carries, 89 metres gained and 9 tackle breaks. She is going to be absolutely crucial for this game in the Super Rugby Aupiki final. But it's around Matatu making sure that they put her in space at the right time. Don't rely on her too much, but definitely get her ball in hand because she'll give them the momentum that they need for 40 to 80 minutes.
And she'll probably need to work overtime too, because remember, there is no Lucy Jenkins, and she is massive. And in tandem, those two work very hard. But there's another woman who has stood out for the Blues, and she's wearing the number 7 jersey, Taufa Basin, one of the Manawatu Cyclones. And isn't it funny? They play in the same team. So whatever they're doing in Manawatu must be good, because young Taufa Basin, 18 years old, 3 tries in 3 games, only came in as an injury replacement in the third to last game of the season and has owned that 7 jersey. I mean, what do you love about her?
I mean, like you say, Taylor, she came in round 4. Imagine if she was here in round 1. We're aware that she was with the Matatu wider squad at the start of the season, but why isn't she picked up immediately? Because the impact that she has made in the last 3 weeks, absolutely amazing. She's been the talk of the town since she stepped onto that field for the Blues in round 4. And to me, she's in contention of that Rugby World Cup squad, because the impact that she has made has been immense and everyone's talking about her.
That is a big call.
I'm calling it.
Wow.
I'm calling it.
Well, you heard it here first. She could be included. Oh, I love it. I love to see it. There are some amazing young athletes. She is one of them on screen. Maya Joseph, 2 Degrees Support. Her club is committed to fighting for fair for women and girls in sport at every level, and are proud supporters of Super Rugby Aupiki. We spoke to 2 Degrees brand ambassador Maya Joseph from Matatu, and here is what support means to Maya.
It's a pretty hard feeling to describe when you run out to play in front of a crowd and knowing that your family's somewhere in there. It gives a bigger purpose to why I'm actually on that field. It makes me feel really free and confident to express myself on the field, knowing that if I make a mistake, you know, they're there and they don't mind, and they're just there to see me be great. My dad's always, I guess, coached me, even though he's not my coach, and has taught me so much. Now I'm in the position to pass that on, and you know, I do everything I can to hopefully pass that on through talking to the younger girls in my position, but also just trying to show them and lead by example. One piece of advice I think I would give to my younger self is to just do what you love, especially at the end of high school when you're thinking about what you're going to do for your life, making those what seem like really big decisions at the time. You can kind of stray away from, you know, something that you know you really love.
Great to hear from Maya. Well, let's talk about her. How does she control today's game and that tempo? Because finals is where it counts.
Yeah, finals is important for a halfback and a 10, to be honest. And just from that video and watching Maya, you know, she's composed and she actually brings that onto the field. And you know, the whole season she's played with tempo. She's got a great kicking game. And if she can be creative with her kicking game tonight, I think it can start to turn the Blues around. I think that could be a really good option for them.
I really like just her eyes up play. You know, she's implementing her touch footy skills all the time. She throws a long ball or plays short. Whatever she's doing, she's just constantly thinking, she's constantly on the run. But then when you think about the likes of Tara Turner, who plays for the Blues, I mean, she's pushed her way to start for this team. She's got Kaliawa sitting on the bench there, and I mean, she's really pushed her way. She's just done so well, and I like her combination with Kristen Kutaro. They've obviously named their strongest side. What I like about her too is she's constantly talking. She's getting her forwards going, she's getting them to do the grind work, and then she knows when to pull trigger and get that ball out to the backs.
Yeah, and for someone that's only transitioned into halfback, like her ability to be able to do that, like that's not an easy job to be able to do. She's getting her team around the park. She's got a great running game, and I think she'll keep the Matatu defence on task tonight.
Oh, I can't believe it. I mean, we could talk about halfback chat. We've got Kendra Coxedge, remember, 3-time World Cup champion with us, and she's managed to keep it nice and tidy. Well, you know, the question is, who is going to win at the grand final? It might split up some families, but Tia McDougall is standing by, and she might have some odds that will work in your favour.
Hey, Tay. Well, they're the defending champions, and they've only lost one game this season. The Blues are the favourites to win the grand final, but remember, that one loss was to Matatu, so anything is possible. Now, they've played each other twice so far this season, each with higher winning margins, but as we look at Aupiki grand finals, we know that they're closer in winning margins. So if you think it'll be another tight encounter, then take a look at the try bet margins. Otherwise, if you want to back a try scorer, then how about Portia Woodman-Whitcliffe? She was the first try scorer the last time these two teams faced each other, and if you back her to be the first again, that's paying $11.50. Download the TAB app, bet responsibly, and enjoy the grand final.
Well, it's fantastic. Thank you, Tia. Well, honey, I've got to ask you your prediction for this one. Chiefs Manawa haven't made the final, but I need to ask you what your thoughts are here.
Oh, look, I've been so impressed with these teams. I tell you what, though, the Blues are probably, I'm swaying a little bit to the Blues. I've been sitting on the fence all week, but when I look at the bench of the Blues team, this is unreal. They've got 7 either former or current Black Ferns sitting on the bench, so I think we're going to see a late surge from them when they bring that impact in. That's going to be impressive, and also I hope that they sorted out the exit strategy. So I'm back in the Blues. I think it'll be a whitewash 13
What
class.
about you, Kendra? I know you've got like a little step behind you. Your eyes are glaring there.
Yeah, I think just with the way that Matatu finish, right, the last 20 minutes, they're a strong side, and I think if they can continue to play that tempo, play the edge-to-edge footy, get them behind the Blues with the creative kicking game, I'm picking Matatu 12 and under because
I'm a South Island girl, so I had to, and I'd say it's very close to 12 and under. Well, strap yourselves in, because can the Blues claim the crown again and go back-to-back, or will the Queens of the South Matatu snatch another victory with a nail-biting finish? It's the Aupiki Grand Final coming right up.
Hop into the warehouse now for sweet Easter bargains. Like these chocolate bunnies, 2 for $4, Easter arts and crafts from just $3, and licensed Easter treats from $5.50. Find all your Easter bargains now at the warehouse.
G'day, how you going?
Kia ora.
Kiwi.
Good things might come to those who wait, but not for those who wait too late. And we gotta go for all we know. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. You and I.
The Outlander PHEV pre-reg run-out sale is on now. Get massive savings across the range with prices starting from just $54,990 plus dealer delivery fee. It's the hybrid with 84 Ks of pure EV driving and a combined range of up to 900 Ks. 5 or 7 seat options, plus an incredible fuel economy of just 1.6 litres per 100 Ks. The Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV pre-reg run-out sale on now from $54,990 plus dealer delivery fee.
Hey Korea Mobile, we're all about savings, right?
You bet. We want you to keep more money in your pocket with heaps of potential savings. So choose Kiwi Mobile. That's better.
1 minute, you're doing a little DIY.
Nice.
The next, you're doing a lot. With Tower's award-winning insurance, you can save $150 on new house or landlord insurance today. T's and C's apply. Got a minute? Get a quote.
Auntie, are we pretty butterflies?
We sure are.
Z is for people who want to give the face-to-face thing a miss today.
One of my best friends' team is the Red.
Are you ready? Don't worry, you're gonna love it. You're gonna do things you never thought you could.
What can I get you?
You'll be part of something bigger than yourself. And learn to stand on your own. It'll always be a part of you. Because it's more than just a game. Welcome to sport. Girls are twice as likely to drop out of sport. That's why 2 Degrees is committed to fighting for fair for women and girls in sport at every level. Search 2 Degrees Support Her Club.
Well, this is a bit precarious. If this was a film, the jacket would probably start to rip at this point.
Yeah, but this is a Mac pack. They have a sale on now, actually.
Well, how much off are we talking?
A bit, I reckon.
Let's go after this.
Yep.
Isuzu Ute League, live on Sky Sport.
Two teams will soon walk out onto this famous ground.
Eden Park. There's something so special about this place.
Will the Blues hold on to their title? Or will Matatu relive 2023? On this storied turf, Aupiki first rows.
But if you close your eyes.
In that corner, Stacey did the impossible.
New Zealand strike from the end of the world.
And never before had we seen anything like it.
New Zealand are the champions.
The Blues hit new heights.
The Blues are champions of Super Rugby Aupiki.
Who will write their name in rugby's history books?
Oh, it was absolutely magnificent.
This is the Sky Super Rugby Aupiki final.
Oh, absolutely outstanding.
In a stadium packed with sporting history, memories will again be created. North versus South, friends become rivals as the Blues and Matatu vie for the Super Rugby Aupiki title. Ngā mihi nui kia koutou katoa, the warmest of welcomes to Eden Park for the showpiece event of the domestic women's calendar, a chance for one of these teams to become two-time winners. I'm Ricky Swanell, Taylor Johnson is sideline, and a pleasure to have Blackburn 7-star Michaela Brake alongside.
Tēnā koe, Ricky. Kia ora e te iwi. What a night we had ahead of us, with what you can agree has been the most dominating teams this year, with Matatu packing down in the front row as Blackburn's Pip Love and Georgia Ponsonby with Muvunga Palu at tight head prop. Second row is Stacey Niau and Blackburn Chelsea Bremner, while loose forwards are captain Alana Bremner, with Laura Bayfield shifting to open side flanker, replacing injured Lucy Jenkins, and the ever-present Kaipo Olsen-Baker packing the back of the scrum. Maya Joseph and Hannah King will continue leading the playmaking roles at halfback and first five, while midfield drivers are the consistent Grace Brooker and Amy Duplessis, playing her 20th Super Rugby Aupiki game. And the back three for Matatu are Shayal Robbins-Retty, the try-scoring machine Winnie Palamo, and Kaya Nepia. Looking at the bench, we've got Hollows Robinson is looking to debut for Matatu tonight, while Amy Rule is also playing her 20th game tonight. Solomona McCook Mete make up the bench.
13 of the Blues, 23 played last year's final. It's a settled front row. Valiko and Etunu are the props, joined by Atlanta Lolohea, who won the title with Matatu in 23. It's a workhorse engine room of Vaipulu and the captain, Maikawana Kolani Roos. Taufa Basin has been the find of the season. She starts at open side with Holly Greenway and Liana Mikaeli Tu'u in the loose. Halfback Tara Turner gets to ignite an electric backline. Kristen Cottrell plays her 20th, as does Ruahei Dement, who has the greatest outside her, Portia Woodman-Whitcliffe at centre. Young, exciting, talented, the back three, Kolosi, Blackburn star Vahakolo, and 18-year-old Braxton Sorensen-McGee. Off the bench, 5 of these Blues players have played for the Blackburns. Watch for the impact of Blackwell and Brunt. Kalia Awa turned the final for the Blues last year. Right, let's get sideline under lights as Taylor Johnson. Kia ora iho.
Thank you, Ricky. It is a stunning evening here in Tamaki Makaurau. There are clear skies and very little wind at ground level. The Blues men just got a good win over Moana Pacifica just moments ago on the field, but it still holds firm and looks in perfect condition. I can tell you Matatu won the toss and will be running from left to right. But the hype video just finished playing here at Eden Park, and now there's a formal welcome happening. The vibes are good. Let's go.
Matatu, the 2023 champions, second in the regular season with 2 losses, but they beat the Blues just 2 weeks ago. They know what it takes to win a title, coming from behind to beat the Chiefs back a couple of seasons ago in what was an epic final. They have been one of the form teams all season right from the opening match, but they've got significant injury disruption. Lucy Jenkins, the key open side, is out, so Lock Laura Bayfield moves to 7. She's never played there. She's had Jenkins in her coaching ear this week. Coach Whitney Hanson describes her as all heart And she will need all of that as she takes on a big, big challenge tonight. The Blues looking to be the first team to go back-to-back. 3 of their players marking their 20th match today. They have had 5 wins and 1 loss this season. They set the pace all year, but they did stumble 2 weeks ago. And every season, this competition puts a new name in lights. This year, it is the phenomenal 18-year-old Braxton Sorensen-McGee. She has announced herself as a shining light, a stunning debut season. The sky, the absolute limit for this precocious talent.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the national anthem of Aotearoa, New Zealand, performed by Praise Tupai.
It doesn't matter how many times you hear it, how many times you line up. Michaela Brake, you know all too well what goes through those players' minds and body when they're standing listening to the anthem.
It's just straight pride, so much pride. Representing your country. Yeah, they're wearing the blue and light blue jerseys, but at the end of the day, they are the best rugby teams, women rugby teams in New Zealand right now. So absolutely, the emotions are completely valid.
Super Rugby Aupiki. They won it on this ground last year, did the Blues. One of these teams will become a two-time winner for the first time.
Matatu fans, are you ready? NRB Blues fans, this is our house. Are you
Referee in charge of this one of the best, absolute best in the business. It's Maggie Coggaor, assisted by Todd Petrie and Erin Doherty. The television match official is Estelle Firepu. All is in readiness at Eden Park for the finale of Super Rugby Aupiki, the Blues and Matatu. Goes down into the hands of Kaipo Olsen-Baker, one of the players who influence could be significant on this match. So many matchups across the park, so many internationals. Blues getting physical early. Joseph needed some support to protect that ball at the ruck. So Matatu with possession, get the chance to attack first. Comes away for Hannah King. Here's Duplessis, absolute standout this season, Amy Duplessis. Not going to find a way through the early Blues defence. Here's the captain, Alana Bremner, and an early penalty advantage goes the way of Matatu. As the Bremner sisters work together.
Under advantage for playing the 9.
Here's a first touch for Balu. So tough to put down. Amy Rule on the bench for this one. See her early in the second half, I'm sure. Now a little chance to break out here is Napier. Fell awkwardly under the tackle of Woodman Whitcliffe, who's making a real physical nuisance of herself, but they go back for the penalty.
Yeah, the Blues are definitely putting a testament to the first minute 15, the physicality that they're bringing immediately into this game. Matatu weren't able to get much go forward ball, but Kai Napier, she's looking in a lot of pain right now.
Yeah, she clutched her leg when she hit the deck, but as we have seen throughout the season, they're going to keep going because she's not needed for a line out if it does go out, which it does. Let's take a look at it here. But good on Portia Woodman. She came over just to check if she was right. Yeah, just got her knee caught under there. Not good. You could see her face immediately wince, and you do not want to leave someone like that. You don't want her to leave, sorry, early in the game.
Stand out. Moving down to Matatu from the Waikato after not being picked up earlier in the season, still being treated. So Matatu will attack with Shay Robbins-Retty, and it's an early bust. Couldn't quite get the arms free for Bayfield, who stayed on the shoulder. But this is a nice little bust out from Matatu. Now King. Still attacking with 14. Napier still down over the other side of halfway, but that doesn't matter because here goes Kaipo Olsen-Baker. Shovels it along for Palamo. Couldn't catch up with it. But Matatu making the early running.
And that's the danger there of Kaipo Olsen-Baker. Immediately, that's a line breaker straight away. We talked about her pre-match. Just the impact that she makes with ball in hand. And just being able to give momentum for Matatu. It's just unfortunate that pass just was not on.
Still going to keep playing here with Napier down in back play. So Winnie Palamo's just gone to sweep back at fullback, just in case. As Cottrell gets it on the half volley. And now Michaeli Tsuku, well, the Blues are going to chance their arm too with Woodman Whitcliffe. And here's this impressive talent, Basin. Gets the ball to another impressive talent, Sorensen McGee. Oh, sits down Robbins-Retty, but loses the ball in the process.
No advantage. I have her losing that in the Blues half. Okay.
Wow, Matatu, Taylor, feel like Kong is up just over the other side, but they're not making a decision yet.
No, I think they're going to see if she can play on with this. Remember, this is the last game of the season, so she can rest afterwards, which is the mentality they're taking. So they're going to try to strap this up and have her get up. But what a mammoth defensive effort with only 14 women out there.
I was just going to say, Taylor, the fact that they've played with one less player for pretty much this whole game has been extremely impressive. Braxton Sorensen McGee. What impact that Shayelle Robbins-Retty just gave her. That knock-on was crucial.
The scrum sets out on halfway, first scrum of the match, and it comes away for Joseph. Here's Grace Booker and Duplessis. They're going to truck it up all day, those two. Around they come for Olsen-Baker again. Able to get the ball away. Robbins-Retty just clings on. They keep it alive well, and there's Duplessis once more now for Palamo. Oh, Duplessis gone down in all sorts of trouble now too for Matatu.
You okay, Amy?
Oh, yeah, she clutched at her ankle immediately going into contact there, but yeah, she is hobbling big time. I've got no idea how she's got...
Well, she probably should have stayed down because it was right in the line of the line-out, so they couldn't have played on if she did.
Well, they've won it though, Matatu. It's been a frantic and a lot going on in this opening 4.5 minutes, and it's Matatu on the attack again. Up over the 22 goes Palu. Joseph comes away with it. King. Good distribution so far, Bayfield. Now Duplessis, who's somehow shaken that off and is now going to throw herself into a ruck. Freedom tough and Southern, but that's been stolen illegally so by Vahakulu.
Keep going.
Quick tap, Joseph goes. Ponsonby.
Yeah, advantage, 10.
And they've caught the Blues offside here. It was Greenway who never got onside. Matatu has started this match on a tear. Napier playing up in the line. She looks okay. Here's Palamo looking to get on the edge and get the opening score of the final. Winnie Palamo. What a classy finisher she is becoming.
She scored 4 tries this season already. That is number 5. Just the ability for Matatu to keep ball in hand and going width to width with essentially two players who have got one less ankle. But Maya Joseph just taking the quick tap, knowing that the Blues were offside straight away. And just look at the ball that we have here from Amy Duplessis. And Winnie Palamo, she had 2 players essentially on her, but the agility that she used on Braxton Sorensen-McGee to go wide into the corner to put 5 points onto this final.
Oh, there are plenty of Matatu supporters who have flown up for this game. They're all on my right-hand side. They were up on their feet, but the Blues, they're guilty of standing too wide on defence. Those holes are massive, and they're exploiting them, Matatu.
And a King from wide. Gets a really good strike on it, but it's just going to come up short. It's holding up a little bit, but it's Matatu who draw first blood in this final, 5 points to 0.
High-tempo game as well, isn't it? Matatu have just been going quickly and trying to run this Blues team off their feet. Oh, what a finish for that young woman right there.
Duplessis had some running repairs on that right ankle. Kaya Napier as well. The start brought down by Bayfield. Remember, no Lucy Jenkins in this Matatu team, so Bayfield converting to play open side from lock. Oh, good hard meters from Palu. King. Again, they go Duplessis and Brookish. They've got Napier, looks to be fine on that ankle now, or at least on the adrenaline of it, as all Robbins-Retty got hammered from behind by Basin. Up towards halfway they come again, Matatu. It's been all attack from the visitors and a penalty.
You're okay? Number 1's on the wrong side. Number 1's impacted the clean out. 12 is okay, not rolling.
You heard the ref Maggie there. 1 not rolling, that's Chris Valiko. Just giving Matatu the penalty. Going for a line out, Hannah King. At the moment, the Blues have been on defence the whole time. They've made 31 tackles to Matatu's 1. And that is 1 of the 31 tackles by Tolfa Basin. There's going to be plenty more of that in the next 70 minutes.
Just illustrates it's been all Matatu as Horus has got up to disrupt. It's still going to fall eventually for Maya Roos. The Blues captain with a big play, important in these opening stages. Blues yet to get a real foothold in this match.
Advantage over.
Cottrell now for Woodman-Whitcliffe. Hanging on around the ankles is Brooker. Mama Vaipulu, she carries hard all game, all day. Cottrell. And now Roos again, making a lot of ground at the moment. The Blues have got some hands on ball really for the first time concertedly. Bremner shooting up out of the line. They're putting pressure on Matatu defensively here. Cottrell for Demand. Now looks to loft a ball and well left for Woodman-Whitcliffe. Looking to release Colossi on the outside and then throws An awkward ball, which Colossi
knocked on, and then it's a tap.
Couldn't reach.
Portia Woodman-Whitcliffe just thinking about being a winger more than a centre. She should have just carried, to be honest, and just try and beat some defenders, but she has carried 633 metres in this Super Rugby season and defeated 39 defenders. Unbelievable numbers for her. Just with ball in hand, she just will always make a difference for the Blues.
This time it's clean-ish ball for Matatu with Stacey Neal, who's answered the SOS on the injury front for Matatu. Oh, Mason shot up on Duplessis. Lana Brenda, the captain, goes into play half-back and just carries herself. Happy to engage in contact. Now Matatu, as they look to build again on the 10-metre line. Olsen Baker from a standing start, can't go through Veliko.
No hands.
King again. Duplessis offering that option every single time. Nice quick ball for Joseph just to have a little dart here now. Matatu with Napier. Can't go to Robbins Reddy and gets dumped into the Eden Park turf by Woodman-Whitcliffe. And now another shot coming on from the Blues. It was Demant though, too quickly.
Timing or never on?
Never on, said the referee. So Bremner ships it on for Olsen Baker.
Under advantage 9.
Duplessis in at first receiver. That allows King to move out. Now Brooker puts it on the toe for Palamo to chase. It's going to sit up there for Sorensen McGee, but still the penalty goes Matatu's way. For Demant it was, who shot up offside.
Matatu, they've just brought a different game element tonight. Just being able to keep the continuity of ball in hand
12
going forward.
Ball
Everyone's just doing their job
offside.
effectively. It's beautiful to watch, and the Blues, they're defending so well, but yeah, Ruahei the man, she just shot up a little bit too fast for the assistant ref to like.
Well, the Blues also feel a little bit flat. Usually they're very talkative, they've got plenty of talkers on the field, but from sideline you can't really hear them talking a whole lot, whereas Matatu, they're communicating well. I can hear Kaipo and Baker a lot, as well as their game drivers.
Oh, mistakes come from
You
King.
can have the 22 or the scrum where she kicked it.
Just tried to take a couple of extra metres and his missed touch, it's gone dead.
Okay.
So it'll be a Blues scrum.
Bomba! Yeah, look, Portia Woodman-Whitcliffe, I mean, are we surprised? Are we surprised?
Hawkeye Napier spinning the wars in the opening 11 minutes of this game.
Welcome to finals footy, sis.
Yes. And it's been Portia who's delivered it a couple of times as well.
Crouch!
Should be noted too, Matatu have been the best starters all season in this fast-starting team.
Sit!
And they have done that here, so the Blues with Turner now will come away. Cottrell. It's just a little bit laboured, so Woodman-Whitcliffe sends it away for Colossi. Might find a way through. Just set for a big hard carry as Liana McBailey, such an influential player. Veliko out the back for Demant. This is better from the Blues, and now Demant able to slice her a couple, found Vahakolo. First touch and attack for Caitlin Vahakolo up to halfway. But it's spilled out the side, and it's play on here for Chelsea Bremner, who tears off down the field. Loose in the carry were the Blues, and now Matatu looking to attack again with Bayfield.
Keep going, Maya. Thank you.
Out it is for Brooker once more, and now Palamo one-on-one. Just about gets around Colossi, shrugs off Basin. Counter ruck is good from Woodman-Whitcliffe, and then the shot, but you can't do that to the halfback.
No, you're okay. Number 7 playing the 9. Number 7, you can't play the 9. Can go for the ball, can't play the player. Mark's here.
Yeah, one thing that everyone needs to know is that all halfbacks have an invisible cotton wool band around them, so when they've got ball in hand, you've got to time it right when you can tackle them, and Maya Joseph was still directly behind the ruck, so Talfa Basin, her timing was just a little bit off, but look at that penalty. 6 penalties conceded by Blues.
Maya, discipline in this area. Sorry.
If they continue doing this, there could be some cards coming out.
We've just heard Maggie Kogaroa say that to Maya Bruce. To be disciplined. Matatu got a good drive here, and Bayfield's peeled away. got really close and did in fact put her foot in touch. There wasn't a lot of room to move, but she almost sneaked away from them, Laura Bayfield.
Blue line out, just here. Here you go.
Look, turn to open side flank. Obviously the missing injury of Lucy Jenkins. Massive blow for Matatu, but man, Laura Bayfield, she stepped up in these last 14 minutes. You wouldn't think that she was a lock this whole season.
Well, she's going to provide a little asset there as it's disrupted ball again for Lolo here. And the Blues are pinned down in their own, or against their own goal line. In fact, it's been stolen away, and it was by Bayfield. So here come Matatu with Ponsonby. Away it comes for Joseph, now King. Through the hands they go. Brooker is going to take it to the line. She's big and strong, but she's just dragged down on the 5 metre. Matatu looking for a second. It's nice, quick ball once more. Now Napier.
Release! Nice, thank you. Tackle assist.
Joseph surveys the options, just held up the pass, and Duplessis. High contact coming in from the Blues, so it's another penalty advantage. Bremner, Chelsea that is. The older of the two sisters. It's an awkward ball, but Napier does well. They've got more advantage here. The Blues at 6s and 7s at the moment, conceding penalties. And under the pump. Joseph down a blindside dart again for Ponsonby.
Still here.
Short this time. Olsen Baker clatters into the defence. Joseph picking out her runners, looking for the next to come.
We're under advantage, Maya.
Comes in the form of Brooker, who shovels it on for Palu. Blues awake to that threat. Love will pick and go. Matatu happy to keep it tight in the moment. Now Palu drives low and hard, inching towards the line, and Matatu is patient. Asking serious questions of the Blues defence. Ponsonby just short.
Hands up, hands up!
Pile of bodies in there. Now they look to release and get it wide. Brooker along the line. Napier was well read by Sorensen McGee. Hustled towards the side. That's a big, big tackle from the 18-year-old. But there's trouble here for the Blues.
Yep. Back 10, please, Maya. Come here. So, in that phase, we've had 10 offside, and then we've had multiple players offside. So we now have a trend of 3 offsides against you. The next person who is offside in this area of the field will go to the bin. Do you understand? You can have 10 seconds. Have a chat now. Yeah. So, Alana, you do have a choice, because we had 2 offsides in the phase. So there's one here. No, because time's off. So you can have one here or one in line with the left upright. Right upright, sorry, Todd. Sorry, the further upright.
Next penalty
right now, because time is off.
will be a card.
Once I let them know that time is on, yes.
Scrum girls.
This one, though?
Oh, sorry, what's that one, sorry?
In line with the right upright.
In the middle? Yeah, we'll go in the middle.
Okay, so they're taking this offside and they've asked for a scrum.
Well, there were so many options for Alana Bremner. A luxury of choice, but the Blues are under big, big pressure here.
Yeah, the second one was the whole line.
Yeah, Matatu have won 91% of their own scrum this season, so they've obviously got a really strong set piece here and a very, very ideal spot on the field, right in front of the posts. And with the strong scrummages that we have in the Matatu side, you'd think that they would just drive for 5 metres, but the Blues are going to have to stand up here.
Tell you what, Kaya Napier's tucked in behind this. She is on one leg. She's gutsy, but I'm not sure how much longer the Matatu fullback's going to be able to stay out there. There she is.
Bind! Set!
Olsen Baker's got the tap from Joseph, and she's going to bounce out the back here. Olsen Baker hard to stop. Duplessis got straight on the shoulder. Blues having it really stand firm in defence once more.
Leave it now.
It's slow this time for Joseph. It's allowed the Blues to set as Ponsonby goes low. Back they come again. Matatu just bashing away at the moment. Stacey Nia will shovel it across for Palu. Now it's there for Joseph. Away they come, sweeping around. Duplessis is over. It had to come. Pressure, 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 and Amy Duplessis scores for Matatu.
Oh, the patience that Matatu had just to keep possession of the ball, making sure that there's no knock-ons. Amy Duplessis came around the corner of the ruck and was able to just hit the hole at the right time. The Blues were just having to run everywhere. You can see most of the numbers were on the right side of their ruck, and Amy came around the corner and just ran hard straight into that defence line. Scores another 5-pointer for Matatu. Here we go.
The Blues did well defensively, really, to keep them out for this long. They have been absolutely pinned down in their own 22. Sorensen McGee all the way on the other side, and then some really good tackles made in the pick and go space, but in the end, Duplessis and her twinkle toes just too good.
Anna King to add the extras, and this time she does convert, so it is Matatu who have jumped out 12 points to nil as we nudge towards the 20-minute mark.
Amy Duplessis has beaten 26 defenders this season before the final. We can add a few more to that because she is just absolutely driven hard towards that line. When she sees that white line, she's going for it.
She is having some season, Amy Duplessis. You'd think World Cup selections on the line or something. So the Blues on their home turf trying to defend this title or win it again, as they say, have been on the back foot this entire opening 20 minutes. It has been all the team from the south, Matatu, and they are full of running again. Or now crunched. King was distributed well, and now Napier for Brooker. The link play of Grace Brooker outstanding so far, and Napier's kept that in field well. It may still be on one leg, but battling on.
Stay down, 3. Thank you.
Ponsonby. Now this time for Niall once more. What an experienced, cool head to be able to bring in late into the season and play a final. Here's Duplessis, just pressing and probing as she's done all season. A bit of work down a little short side here at Matatu as Robin Zavetti brings it over halfway. Back they come again. It's been very patient and largely error-free from Matatu. Joseph, now for Pip Love. She'll set a charge, the two front rowers, and just as I say, it's largely error-free. The ball spills forward.
Commentators jinx there, I think it did, Ricky.
Blue scrum.
Paulo just unfortunately getting the timing wrong of that pass.
Yeah, Blues, let's go, please.
This is one of the few opportunities that the Blues have had with attacking play in this game, and it's been 20 minutes. It's very unlike them to be on defense for this whole time of a game. 87 tackles made the Blues have done in 20 minutes.
You just have to start up here.
We've got 3 players on the left side, Demand, Porsche and Vahokolo. 3 very dangerous names to have in one area of the field.
Set!
Plucked off the back goes Mikaeli Turner, heads it away for Demand. She's got Woodman, Whitcliffe, little short ball. Porsche gets rid of one and it's going to explode through the gap. Demand stayed in support, and that is all the Blues need. One good platform, 2 great players, and Ruahei Demand gets the try.
Oh, that's what happens when you've got Porsche, Woodman, Whitcliffe up against one player. She's going to beat them any day of the week. She has just been playing an absolute monster of a game, but Ruahei Demand stepping up. We see this time and time again. With ball in hand right here, she's just so cool and calm. Just being able to manipulate the defence, know when to pass the ball to her key players, but also staying in support on the inside for her to run an easy 5-pointer for the Blues.
Conversion's gone quickly from Kristen Cottrell. The Blues on the board.
Set-piece strike move to perfection that was. And Portia Woodman, Wycliffe, Grace Brooker got the other end of the fend. That's 5 tries this year for Ruahei Demand. She has played every minute of every game this season for the Blues and is looking in fine form. But Portia Woodman, Wycliffe, surely go to the World Cup, Portia. Surely. We can't have you in your swan song.
You reckon she's sick of people asking her that question yet?
She can't be lost to us yet.
So the Blues finally get something in this match, and now they're going to get more ball because that's a shocker from Robin Zavetti.
Scrum. Not 10. Scrum.
It's definitely not what Matatu needed. Shower Robbins Reti, an uncanny mistake by her. just giving an easy opportunity for the Blues to hold on to the momentum that they just gained from that try. And in the exact same spot, almost, to where they were just before Demand scored that try. Pretty much the exact same setup as well. We've got Braxton Sorensen McGee at the back, Demand, Woodman, Whitcliffe and Vahokolo on the right side, while Cottrell and Colosio on the left side.
Crouch!
Will they go the same way?
Bind! Sit!
Grace Brooker's got eyes up. That's for sure. They go exactly the same. Mikali Tu'u for Turner. Now Demand. This time they go inside ball for Sorensen McGee. Just stopped. Oh, gets the ball away for Woodman Whitcliffe. Now it's Matatu's turn to have to scramble. Here come the Blues with Basin. What a fight. It's the tough stuff too. Pip Love. Oh, goes together with Eldura Etuna. There's a couple of old stages there. Now the Blues come away with it on tidy possession. Vahokolo could have a crack here, trying to get Robert. Turner just dragged down by Duplessis, who's just about got hands on ball. Amy Duplessis is going to win the penalty. That is some big play from Duplessis for Matatu.
That is some heart. Amy Duplessis. It is not easy to chase back Caitlin Vahokolo and Tara Turner, turned winger into halfback. So she's got speed naturally as well. So she's just chased down 2 wingers. And to get that ball in a turnover under pressure, just by Caitlin Vahokolo, just doing what she does best. We've seen this time and time again. But the inside offload to Tara Turner, she almost, it didn't look like she saw Amy Duplessis coming from her peripherals. But look at her scramble for that ball. She wanted that.
Guys, big change happening here. It is a forced one. HIA Maya Joseph has come off, and on is Kelsey McCook.
Oh, that is a big change, and it's been lost at the line out now.
Easy.
That is a tough moment to get on the field for Kelson McCook.
Can I just get you two to make it clear that we're left of the mark each so that everyone's head has more space? Thank you.
They had injury disruption coming into this match. They've had it during the match. This opening half an hour, Matatu. And now they lose their Black Ferns halfback. Kelson McCook coming in. Really exciting prospect.
Crouch! Bind! Come up. Okay. Give ourselves as much space as we need.
Props just having a little bit of a discussion on where they can put their arm and shoulder.
I'm going to step.
Tension is high, but we love it. It's finals footy, so they're going to try and get into each other's head no matter what.
Oh, they're all Black Ferns in the front row too. Maliko, Lolohair, Itunu, Love, Ponsonby, Rule. So you guarantee there are going to be some tricks happening in there.
And that's without getting to the locks as well.
Bind!
So into the final 10 minutes of the first half now. The Blues have come from 12-0 down, and they have got a massive shove on here, but it'll be a scrum reset.
Come straight around. Come straight around. Reset. Talked about this. We've got to, all 3 of us go forward, okay? We can't walk around the corner. Anything on your side?
Just laying down the rules there of the front row, just making sure that they're going straight. It's an opportunity for the Blues to really set and just be able to identify the defence in front of them. They're really well spread. Colossy's almost on the sideline here with Braxton Sorensen McGee on her inside. So they're going to essentially go wide.
Crouch. Bind! Sit!
Comes away this time for Turner. Cottrell. Out the back she goes for Vahokolo. Now Sorensen McGee getting Colossi into the action as well. Matatu has swept across really well though on Colossi. Kaya Napier still battling away after that injury in the opening minute. Cottrell again, now Valiko, one of the try scorers, ships it on for her front row mate, that's Itunu. Matatu trying to shoot up out of the line, putting pressure on Roos. Good defence once more. It's it's Bayfield rather. This time now Veliko for Vaipulu. Comes together with Chelsea Bremner.
Use it.
Matatu trying to desperately hold out the Blues here. Demand with lots of time. Now Woodman-Whitcliffe coming hard at them once more, as she always does. Got the arms free for Demand, who's so strong, so hard to put down.
Thank you.
Now Cottrell again for Vaipulu. They're coming in waves of the Blues, and the offloads are sticking. Mikaeli Tu'u holding on to that one. Turner, Olsen-Baker had a really good grab at it. Unfortunate for Kaipo Olsen-Baker. Opportunities breaking down, and Taylor, they're finally done with Kai Napier, unfortunately.
Yeah, coming on to the field, Fia Laikong, we know how good she is. Younger sister of Winnie Palamo, so she'll take the field, and it's gutting to see Kai Napier end her season like this. She has been a real standout. This has been a breakthrough season for her, as you mentioned. Has come down from the Waikato, and we just saw on there, former Blackfern turn Matatu, Dr. Anika Tip Lady has been kept busy tonight. We're only in the first half.
Well, it's been really gutsy from Kai Napier. That injury happened in the first minute, and she has battled on. What a talent the 19-year-old is. To the last we see, but just could not hold on any longer. And away come the Blues again. They've been camped down here for the last 15 minutes or so, and now Woodman-Whitcliffe pumping those legs once more. Bruce, the captain, awaits next.
Advantage.
Another player who's played every minute of every match. They've caught Matatu offside here too. They've got a free hit here, under penalty advantage. Still there for Cottrell. It's a little bit... Finding Sorensen McGee. She's just wrestled to the floor as well. Vahakolo for Roos.
Still under advantage.
Ran hard into the defence. Mason roaming wide, where she's been a real danger since joining the Blues mid-season from Matatu. Mikaeli Tu'u. They're pressing, they're probing, and all almost stolen away by Love.
Where's the mark? This turnover's fine. No advantage.
Still the penalty.
This upright or this upright? Thank you. One green, never onside. Mark's over here.
Yeah, the continuity of the Blues just being able to keep driving forward. The forwards were doing all the hard work, breaking the line and breaking tackles. Tip Love able to cut that momentum. Her turnover was actually good, but Blues were under penalty advantage after about 10 phases. Now they're right in the primo spot to score another try. They've gone with the exact same setup as they had in the two tries previously. Same names on the right side, same on the left. Braxton Sorensen McGee on directly behind the scrum.
Pre-engaged on this side, guys. We've got to have space. If you need to take a bigger gap, that's what we need to do. Back fives, let's hold our props back as well, okay? We're pre-engaged on this side. More space. Let's go.
Blues have won 98% of their own scrum this Super Rugby Aupiki season, so they know how to portray a quality scrum and turn them into points.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Oh, Blues got a good shove on and allowed Mikaeli Tu'u to bounce straight out the back, but a good tackle made by Alana Bremner has forced the ball clear, and it was tidied up by Ponsonby. Big tackle from Bremner. Matatu are going to try and just rumble their way out of it, and that's good meters from Amy Rule. Here's McCook. And it'll be Brooker who'll look just to scramble it away into touch, get a clearance away. And give Matatu just a little bit of breathing room. Not a bad clearance from Brooker in the end.
It was a great clearing kick from Grace Brooker, just under a little bit of pressure in the red zone of their field. But it was just that knock-on by the Blues before, who were able to allow Matatu to pounce on the ball and just be able to turn that possession into territory. And now the Blues get another chance to attack. They've scored most of their points from lineouts.
It's messy, tidy, and it's Love who's come through and ripped it away for Matatu. So the Blues a little bit loose in a couple of areas. It's Matatu, again it's Rule. King comes away for Brooker again. Just got a little bit of a tangle here, has Matatu, so it's on Duplessis to go hard and straight once more. Asking to be released, yeah, tackle it.
You've made the tackle, you must release if she tries to go again.
Yeah, Mikaeli Tu'u. So they'll get a penalty, and that just lets Matatu off the hook a wee bit. Able to punch downfield here.
It was so smart by Amy Duplessis, being able to be aware that Liana Mikaeli Tu'u was still hanging on to her. She had to release her for then Amy Duplessis to be able to release the ball and go again. But because Mikaeli Tu'u was holding on to her, she was unable to get to her feet. And so being able to show that she couldn't get to her feet meant the ref had to blow the whistle eventually. So it was incredibly smart by Amy Duplessis.
Bonvini goes down the back for Chelsea Brennan. Nice quick ball off the top here for King. And now Duplessis again. We say her name over and over. Now it's a little wide ball here. Vahakolo had bitten a wee bit on Lai Kong. She's able to get back in plenty of time to make the covering tackle, but feel like Kong is able to go again. And Brooker, they keep the ball alive. Robbins Letty forcing it in contact, and it just comes unstuck. Maybe the last pass not needed, but still showing that willingness to threaten an attack as Matatu.
Yeah, fair Lai Kong. She's obviously fresh, so she's wanting to do some work, which is great to see. She had Caitlin Vahakolo right on her tail, though, and still support by Shao Robbins-Retty, but she probably should have just set the ruck, so then Matatu were able to just hold on to the ball and be able to just play with it a little bit more. But it looked like it was forced passes, just going into minimal space, really teasing with the sideline as well was dangerous to do.
Well, I think Matatu, they want to play this high-tempo game, right? Because you look at that Blue squad, and what we've seen from them scoring their 2 tries is they're a physical team. They can out-muscle this Matatu side. So what they want to do is they want to go quickly and try and tire them out.
90 seconds away from half-time, and it's away goes Demand again. Couldn't release Woodman-Whitcliffe this time. Brooker held on to her well as the 2 12s came together. Cottrell goes back into the traffic. Vaipulu from a standing start. Good engine. Here's Mama Vaipulu, another who made her Black Ferns debut last season. Slow ball, and it's going to be a penalty. Goes against Niau. The Blues have gone quickly. Here's Basin. Just throws herself at the 2 Matatu defenders, and another penalty.
You're okay.
A couple in quick succession.
13 has rights to the ball, 21 just has to roll first.
Ricky, a really quick update and an important one. Maya Joseph has failed her HIA, so Kelson McCook will be staying out there.
Massive for Matatu. Unfortunate for Joseph, big for this young woman, Kelson McCook. 40 minutes to play.
She's original Taranaki girl, Clifton girl, New Plymouth Girls High School girl. She can do the job.
3 years playing for the Taranaki field, so she's resilient.
We'll see what the attitude of the Blues here is here. Siren's gone for half-time. They really fancy one more crack before the break. Having come from 12-0 down. And in fact, no, Cottrell is going to get them into the sheds. And what has been a very willing, a very busy first half. It was Matatu, they jumped out early, but the Blues have the lead at halftime. 14 points to 12. Blues lead Matatu in the Aupiki final.
Well, it's not far away now. A massive local derby at Suncorp Stadium. The Reds hosting the Brumbies. There are so many individual storylines right here. What's the biggest for you, Shep?
Well, Nick, I think considering the news we've had during the week about Noah Lolesio, the big one for me is Noah Lolesio versus Tom Liner, the two fly halves for the Brumbies and the Reds respectively. And the battle that these two are going to go at this evening is going to be absolutely huge.
So you've got Noah, who, well, is potentially going to wear the 10. We don't know that, against the Lions. And then you've got Tom Liner, who's the real challenger. And a lot of people looking at Tom Liner go, he's one of the most improved players in the Australian game right now. Maybe he's the guy to wear 10. There's a lot at stake.
There's plenty of questions. And, you know, for someone like Noah Lolesio, he's now got an opportunity to just maybe shrug off a little bit of that pressure and play his natural game, because when he does do that, he's absolutely brilliant. Tom Liner, one cap for the Wallabies in 2024, and a lot of people are predicting could be, you know, that fly half for the Wallabies going into the future. It's a huge game for them personally. It's a big game for both the teams. And in the context of playing for the Wallabies later in the year, it's enormous.
All right, so the Reds, they're currently third. The Brumbies are fifth. The Brumbies can climb into the top four if they win here. A lot at stake for them, but for the Reds, how do they cover the loss of Harry Wilson, out for 6 to 8 weeks with a broken arm, and Filippo Danguda, who has a calf injury? Opportunities here for players to stake their claim.
Absolutely. Let's not forget Josh Fluke also missing, Liam Wright also not available selection because of injury, among others. They're definitely slightly depleted, the Reds, coming into this one. But Les Kiss has been so passionate about building that squad. They're coming up against a Brumbies side that once they start to get a bit of momentum, they really know how to charge. Bobby Valentini been back for a few weeks now, starting to get to his best.
It is the Reds and the Brumbies. You'll see it on Stan Sport.
You need to go out there and do it the best you can. Whoever puts the most effort in between this mob and that mob, they'll win the game.
Probably the most common question is, Craig Bellamy, what's his secret?
The Storm's without doubt the most dominant sporting franchise in Australia.
To me, he's the best. He's taken coaching to another level.
We'll go down as one of the greatest coaches.
The Stan original documentary, Revealed, Craig Bellamy Inside the Storm. Now streaming only on Stan.
Last night, 600 people died, and it wasn't an accident.
What would you call it?
An attack.
I'm not the one you're looking for. People are saying that Shaw was responsible for the deaths.
Everyone in the city wants me dead because of you. I'm gonna make you pay for what you've done.
The brand new season of Gangs of London. Now streaming only on Stan.
Aupiki, welcome back to the fortress of Eden Park. An absolutely barnstorming grand final on our hands. So 20 minutes.
Yeah, the first 20 minutes is exactly how we talked about. But as we know what happens in finals, momentum shifts, right? And it's momentum and momentum. And then the last 20 minutes of that half was all Blues.
And you can't take away from the impact that Amy Duplessis has there. She scores the second try, but she also had a hand in that first one. And then it's like automatically the Blues came awake. And man, did they go to work. And this lady here has really ignited their attack. set. We knew they were going to be lethal, but their forwards are doing some work too.
Yeah, and I think what happens with both of these tries, right, when defensively you can't go high on these players, you can't go high on Portia Woodman, you can't go high on Chrissy Vallejo, they're just that close to the line.
Absolutely, and the one player in particular who's been standing up for Matatu at the moment, Amy Duplessis. I mean, we spoke about that midfield battle at the build-up, but again, we see it, and they have come to play. What has really impressed you with Amy Duplessis so far in this final?
Oh, look, she's doing what Amy always does. She is the ultimate competitor. She went down really early, and she had her ankle heavily strapped, and she limped for a decent 10 minutes of that first half. While she did that, she scored a try, she set up a try, and she is defending her little heart out. I mean, she has really put her hand up as the leading centre in this competition, and I just love what she's doing off the ball. She gets herself in the right place at the right time every single time, and look at that, straight over the ball. It's everything extra that she does.
An absolutely crucial turnover at a crucial time. I don't think Tara Turner saw her coming then, you know, she just kind of blindsided her and got over it. But what I like about Dukes, and I know her very well, she is the ultimate competitor. So she is out there, she's going to play. She'll play with a broken leg probably out there, you know, like she's that type of player. And to see, it's hard to do that, it is, you know, but obviously the old adrenaline kicks in and you keep rolling, and she knows she's just got to get through the next 40 minutes.
That's just that Southland charm in her that's coming out. They have cheese rolls. She's growing up on cheese rolls. And a lot of biltong too. But anyway, Portia Woodman-Whitcliffe, on the other hand, has been outstanding. I mean, we expect that from her. She is world class, and you can see with the amount of shots that she's put out and what she's displayed in that first.
Oh, I love what she's doing. And a bit closer, playing at 13, you can see her offload game. You can see her, she's working past contact. And look at that beastly hit that she put on there. That's really
Go high on someone like that, the power she has with ball and play, and then just the defence, like tackling like that as well. So I'm loving that match-up between her and Amy Duplessis.
And we love seeing the support for women's rugby grow, and especially in this final. Let's go to Taylor Johnson, who's standing by with a 2-degree.
Thanks, Taylor. I'm here with a very special woman. This is Lena from Massey High School. They won the 2 degrees competition this support her competition. Tell me, what have you been doing today here at Eden? So awesome. Now this is all about who supports you and all that. So who has been supporting you throughout your life?
I'd like to thank my mum and my dad. They've been pushing me, especially my dad when I'm low. So yeah.
And who is your favourite player for the Blues team? Because obviously you're here supporting the Blues.
The OG Portia.
Portia Woodman, Wonder Woodman. I went to school with her, so hey, she was a very, very tough woman at school, but a cool woman at that as well. Would you like to give us one big Go Blues?
Go Blues!
Thanks heaps, Lena. Back to you, Taylor.
Well, I said university, I mean college, but it's fantastic to have you here with us. Well, at the moment, it was all one-way traffic for Blues coming in his favour. Well, Tia McDougall has that first half changer, and what can...
In the jungle, you're at war.
I was trying to build something.
The new Harlem. In the jungle, every day is preservation.
I want a place where we can just be.
I want it and sacrifice.
But we gotta learn. Nobody plays Frank Lucas.
Open up my window.
In the jungle, the most dangerous creation is the man who has nothing left to lose.
I'm gonna burn them all down.
Cross me once more, we will go to war. Just in case.
The NTT IndyCar Series heads to sunny Southern California for one of the season's crown jewel events. It's the 50th anniversary of the Grand Prix of Long Beach.
Jr. wins 4 in a row at Long Beach. At the Long Beach Grand Prix! Dixon wins the accurate Grand Prix of Long Beach.
Who will make history and take the checkered flag on these legendary streets? Catch all the action at the Grand Prix of Long Beach.
One
shot.
One shot to prove I am the champion.
One shot to prove that I belong with the best.
One shot at greatness.
One shot to accomplish their goal. Who will meet the moment? Coming this April, the PFL changes the game again. The $20 million PFL World Tournament. The best MMA fighters from around the world.
Oh my goodness!
Single elimination. One shot to survive. The PFL World Tournament. Single elimination. One shot to become champion.
I hate flying a small plane like this.
Mayday!
We're stuck in the middle of nowhere.
Oh God, he's not breathing!
He's gone. One of us.
Last night, 600 people died, and it wasn't an accident.
What would you call it?
An attack.
I'm not the one you're looking for. People are saying that she was responsible for the deaths.
Everyone in the city wants me dead. I'm gonna make you pay for what you've done.
The brand new season of Gangs of London, now streaming only on Stan.
He will never forget this night. Oh, tennis played on another planet. There's a new king of centre court. Sinner has just won the US Open. Oh, my goodness.
Let's get funky.
Oh, how cheeky is that? Would you believe it?
I don't come around with you. Good.
Oh, he will not. Go away, this guy. The shot of the tournament. There it is, this dream carries on. Fantastic tennis.
An action-packed first half as Declan watches on. He's seen the Blues women come from behind. They lead 14-12 at halftime in the Super Rugby Aupiki final. Let's get some insights from the coaching teams. The assistants, Blair Baxter from Matatu and Charmaine McMenamin from the Blues, both with Taylor Johnson.
But the biggest story from that half has to be the injuries that you've just sustained. As a coaching group, what have you decided to do?
Oh yeah, we've planned for this. Like it's something that we do really well, and we have full faith in everybody that's gets an opportunity there already, and we've shown with Kelson gone out in that last 10 minutes, and she's done a great job.
You came out firing with 2 quick tries. It almost seemed like a high-tempo game. What is the game plan coming up against this Blues?
Yeah, well, we just want to play footy like our DNA is to play fast-paced rugby and throw it around, and we're really excited for the second half. We've got some great leaders out there that have experienced this adversity, and we're going to go and chase it.
All the best.
Thank you.
Charmaine, you guys got off to a slow start, but then you came back into it. What do you think the difference was?
I think it was just around making smarter decisions, especially when we had the ball, getting out of our half, and then just that ball retention piece.
40 minutes left of the season. What was the last message to the ladies before they head out here?
Don't know, because I'm missing it right now, but our forwards, I think we just remain the same. We're a few tweaks, but that same piece.
She was on the bench, came off the bench in the final. 40 minutes to play in the Super Rugby Aupiki season. It is the Blues leading Matatu 14 points to 12. It is a very much rejigged Matatu side. They've lost Maya Joseph and Kaya Nepia to injury in the first half. Amy Rule coming on off the bench after about 25 minutes as well. And that's to go with some disruption they had beforehand. We'll see who comes out of the gates better in this second spell. Cottrell now. He's Chris Valiko, one of the try scorers in the first half. Blues happy to build from inside their own 22. Demant just getting a little bit sideways. They keep the ball alive though, keep it alive with now Basin in those wide channels. And just gets rid of the first defender and gets rid of a second. It's Laikong who has to come back and make the tackle after being initially brushed off by Thalfa Basin. Mikaeli Tu'u now. Again, Olsen Baker looking to shoot up out of the line and put some pressure on. Hard grown, thought she went too quickly. Mikaeli Tu'u. Leave it now. Strength just to try and wrestle her way to the ground under the attention of Pip Love. Roos. Again. Just struggling to get over the advantage line at the moment are the Blues. There's Matatu's line speed. So out the back they go for Cottrell. Now a little bit of go forward with Demant. Just almost see the mind ticking over, shoveling the ball away in contact. It's a fortunate bounce for Cottrell. But it's Matatu's defence who've started the half well and they win the penalty.
Anna King stepping up for Matatu's side. Blues had good time, territory and position in hand just there, but they looked like they just couldn't really break the line through Matatu's defence, and they've just stepped up for this first couple minutes. You can see Kristen Cottrell having to tidy up Demant's offload, but Hannah King immediately over it with the support behind her to keep her on her feet.
Line speed's been massive for Matatu. They're not allowing these big Blues forwards to get a wind-up.
Ponsonby finds her target. It's untidy though, and in fact it wasn't straight. And because the Blues contested, that means it'll be Blues possession.
Just over here, guys, on the 15.
Opportunity lost early in the second half for Matatu.
Uncommon of Georgia Ponsonby to not throw a line-out ball straight. Blues have still got the numbers up with penalties conceded, but the handling errors for Matatu could potentially hurt them later on into the game. Caitlin Vahakolo just creeping in behind the scrum right now. She may be used in this set piece.
Turner comes away for Cottrell. You can see Vahakolo sweeping around. They get to the edge quickly with Kolosi, though. She puts it down. And it has been a very scrappy start to the second half.
Kolosi, she had all the space for her to use up, but Feel Icon, she shut up really hard, just making sure that she weren't able to carry with ball in hand. If you watch here, it was great distribution from the Blues here from Portia Woodman-Whitcliffe just to give that skip pass out. It was Shayelle Robbins-Retty actually that shot up there, just to put a little pressure on Kolosi. Maybe looked up before she actually caught the ball and was aware that she had a Matatu player in front of her.
Well, remember too, the winner of this match will play in the first ever crossover match with Australia's Super W champions. That is the Waratahs. They beat the Queensland Reds 43-21 in Sydney this afternoon. So the Waratahs will be heading to New Zealand next week. Whether they head to Auckland or Christchurch remains to be seen. That's Thursday the 17th, 6:30, and that's at Sky Sport 1.
Oh, isn't that so fantastic to see that this game is about to happen? There's been lots of calls saying that these competitions should mix, and if we're treated to a belter on Thursday, I'm sure those calls will grow louder and louder.
100%, Taylor. Yeah, it's got to be the next step in many people's minds, hasn't it, for both of these competitions to expand and grow. 6 weeks round robin. And we get to a final. Just not enough rugby for these women at the moment. That's a messy scrum for McCook. She's going to come away with it. Penalty goes against the Blues again. Driving in on the angle.
Loose head, stepping out and going in.
Opportunity here for Matatu to really use the most of this territory that they got here.
Yeah, let's go, please.
Hannah King's looking to go for a line out. They want 7 points. She makes no mistake there to get it out. With about 10 metres out from the try line. Line-out drive is possible here. They've got the Black Ferns forwards in there who are smart in regards to those line-out mauls. They can do them really well, Matatu.
First target is finding Stacey Neo. That's what they do, and here comes the drive from Matatu. But the Blues have got well organised in defence. Matatu getting a second shove on now. Blues starting to splinter and fracture. It's still going forward for Matatu, and they've dragged a penalty. It's Chelsea Bremner who's got it in there for Matatu. And they've peeled off a good few metres and dragged an advantage out of the Blues. Inching towards that line. It's been funneled back to Amy Rule. Just puts the eyes up. She's going to go over on bodies.
Matatu stay patient and being able to move the ball back. They could see that the Blues players were making sure that there was no 5-pointers made. But they get another crack here, so they may do it again. They may look to spread wide. They're aware now that the Blues could be aware of their drive, so they may look to use the ball a little bit wider now.
To the front they go. It's an action replay. It's Neo, and it's peeling away. They're going to keep it in tight and try and just wrestle forward, and they've got it rolling forward. Do Matatu inching towards that line, still propelling forward it is. Roosh trying to come through the middle, trying to drag McCook, and she can't do that. It's fallen to ground again. The Blues have conceded another penalty. And away they go this time. McCook wants to go. Duplessis. Wrapped up by Demant, who's got hands on ball. She's ripped this away to Hey Demant with all that strength. So good in that area. And the Blues are going to try and get out of here. Cottrell has to play halfback, so Roos has got no choice but running it out, and it's good meters from the captain.
Use it.
Back it goes for Cottrell. She will clear it away to touch. And the Blues get out of jail.
Oh, who else? Who else by Rua Hey Demant playing her 20th game tonight? She was aware that Matatu went far. She shot up on Amy Duplessis, aware of the danger that she has got with ball in hand, and rips the ball out of Amy Duplessis' hand, giving possession back to her teammates. Demant stepping up in crucial times. That is why she is a leader in that Blue side.
Oh, wrong option from Kelsey McCook to go for that quick tap.
They're going to go again here. Well, Matatu, this time from the 10-metre line. Brooker out the back. She's not going through Woodman-Whitcliffe, though. McCook comes away. And there's a hole for Robbins-Letty. Can't quite get away from Vahakolo, but gets it off to Laikong. Woodman-Whitcliffe gets hands in the way. She's lost it, though, so still there for McCook and for Matatu. Here they come again. A little bit of broken play for Duplessis. Stopped on the 22.
Just a knock-on advantage. Just a knock-on advantage.
Stacey knee out, slips it on for Bremner again.
Advantage
King
over.
frees it up for Duplessis once more. This time tries to float a ball over the top. Oh, the hands are superb from Palamo on the edge. A dipping ball, and she did really well to catch up with it. Her sister there to play halfback. Now Ponsonby goes forward. Back they come again. Matatu are going to keep it tight once more. Slipped on for Olsen Baker, driven back in the tackle. Matatu's forwards lining up. Love for Bremner, Chelsea. Matatu looking to be the first team to score after half-time, but they've lost control on the ground. And again, the chance goes begging for the visitors.
Okay. Come off, Blue.
Yeah, Pit Love, she was looking to go quickly in the pick-and-go momentum forwards were doing some work. Taylor, I see that we've got a sub coming on.
Yeah, the first tactical change for the Blues, and it comes by way of Haranor Tehiringa. She replaces 34 Tess Blackburn, Aldora Itunu, who gets a standing ovation from her family behind her. Hopefully we can find them, but they have a massive sign for her. They're so proud. Her form is what got her into the Black Ferns squad at the end of last year from Super Rugby Aupiki.
What a servant she's been to Auckland Rugby, the Blues. Zora Itunu, 33 years of age. It's another good shift from her too.
Bind! Set!
Oh, looping ball as Auckland forward to Matt, but
Stop running.
they get decent contact away. Only down as far as the 22 though, so Matatu will have a throw to the line out and more attacking chances for them.
Okay. Time off, 10 Blues subs. The mark is inside. Aaron?
Another sub here as well. Lungu Ipolotu the Mapuatai. Sylvia Brunt comes on and replaces Kristen Cottrell, so that means Ruahei Matt will go into the pivot position. And congratulations as well to Sylvia Brunt. She picked up the Monique Hedovana Breakthrough Player of the Year at the Pacific Hall of Fame.
Heck of a player to be able to bring on at this stage of a game as Sylvia Brunt. And that ability to reshuffle the backline that the Blues have. Ponsonby, that's overthrown, and the bounce will land kindly enough though for King. So Matatu will have to reset here on the 22. McCook, who came into the game just before half-time for Maya Joseph, HIA. Olsen Baker needs ball in hand. Still able to get through. One when she looked to have been stopped. Kaipo Olsen Baker, so strong she is. Ponsonby working hard as always. Duplessis in close quarters. It's been difficult to stop all season. Cook needs a bit of support at the back. It comes eventually, and now it's with Brooker. As Brooker tries to barrel it forward, no way through. Now, asking questions again. Matatu, just like they did at the start of the first half. Ponsonby now. Ball spills to the floor, but it play on for Matatu. Brenda, no way forward for her. Back they come again with Amy Rule. Just trying to batter their way through. And this is the sort of stuff the Blues love. Just picking off runners at the moment. Olsen Baker. Roos brings her to ground. This time it's Bayfield. Tipped on for the captain, Alana Bremner. The Blues just picking off the runners though at the moment in defence. Ponsonby trying to wrestle her way a couple of extra metres. Veliko looking to get on the ball but couldn't rip it away, and now it comes from McCook, and Olsen Baker steaming on it. Needed a good run up, and that's nice quick ball this time. Now it's with Love. She goes back into contact. McCook barking orders to her troops, wanting her forwards to come again and again. It's Ponsonby once more. This one's gone backwards too. Now tidies up. 16th phase for Matatu. They're going a bit sideways at about 6-7 metres out now. Now Ponsonby forward once more. McCook, they keep pressing right. Brooker with tried a little sleight of hand, held on to it instead. Now they'll pick and go with Chelsea Bremner. Trying to get low. Woodman Whitcliffe all on her. Half a metre away from the line is Ponsonby at the back. She burrows low. Still short. The Blues all lined up on the goal line. Matatu looking for the go-ahead score in the final. Back they come once more, and this time they crash over again. They do get it down eventually, and it's Kaipo Olsen Baker. They worked hard, built phases, and their key attacking weapon, Kaipo Olsen Baker, puts Matatu into the lead.
Who else to stand up for Matatu? We've seen this all season long for them, able to hold on to breakdown retention. 95% this year they've been able to do that. 20+ phases, and Kaipo Olsen Baker to get the 5-pointer. She has just been someone who has stood up this year for her team. And against the Blues, she had 16 ball carries, 85 metres gained, and 9 tackle breaks. The last time Matatu played against the Blues. She is a key player that is important for this next next 70 minutes for this team.
Hannah King from wide, trying to bring it around, and she's done really well. It's a good conversion from Hannah King, and the Matatu supporters happy. 19 points to 14.
I also want to commend the work of Stacey Niel. What she did is she looked left and saw that there were Blues forwards all lining up. She looked to her right, saw Kaipor there and 3 backs. Now, I'm going to back Kaipor to beat any back any day of the week. So Stacey Niel, great vision, but also there's a change as well for the Blues. Afina Tanjawai-Nohu comes on for Chris Maliko, and talk about the embarrassment of riches for the Blues. That is a Blackfern coming on for a Blackfern.
Matatu back in front now, 19 points to 14. Whereas Brooker, who's been heavily involved in the action, joining Essendon in the AFL soon. Here's Grace Brooker. Olsen Baker. Now some nice quick hands. King first little dart to the line for King. Ponsonby there to link up. Duplessis couldn't get it away, but she gets away from Vahakolo and another as well. It takes 3 Blues defenders to stop Amy Duplessis, and then Vahakolo concedes the penalty.
14 makes the tackle, must come from your own goal line.
Nice quick hands it was, and then the bust from Duplessis once more will allow Matatu to get down into Blues territory again.
Ricky, Lucy Jenkins is sitting behind me, and she and Emma Dermody are up on their feet, screaming for this team.
Now here comes McCook. Looks to have just settled into her work a little bit now too, and they've created some space here. Laikong and Palamo, the 2 sisters, working well in tandem on this right edge for Matatu. Back they come once more. King now for Ponsonby. Blues having to aim up in defence again. Olsen Baker, Bremner. At the back they go. Here's Alana Bremner, really good in those wide channels, but it was an excellent tackle by Vahakolo, and then Messi on the floor allows the Blues to come through. Just snuffing out that chance at attack for Matatu. Blues have been camped down here in the second half. Brunt into the action. Here's Roos. Oh, lovely little flick ball for Greenway, who's got plenty of speed, and she's got Sorensen McGee outside her. Palamo chasing back on Sorensen McGee. Didn't hear the footsteps coming. Pops the ball for Woodman Wycliffe in support. Now it's Matatu who have to scramble back. Tanjin Waino who steams onto it. Players having to peel themselves off the floor again. Demand for Vaipulu. Love had a good crack at it on the floor, but couldn't get hands on it. Tanjin Wainohu.
Rock, no hands!
Blues have surged upfield. Here's tearing it. Tall, strong prop forward. But all they on that is she called Olsen Baker, no.
She's got to roll away. Number 8 is
She
okay.
was good. It was Love who
first.
wasn't. Now what do you do if you're the Blues here?
Well, that's just the young Blues backline just showcasing their talent.
In the clean out.
The speed of Braxton, Sorensen, McGee. But the chase back from Matatu, the scramble D's been very impressive. For them to be able to stop that, because any day of the week, that's a try for Braxton.
Let's go. Yep, that's just there.
She's such a great athlete, isn't Braxton Sorensen McGee? And earlier this week she said she wants to be a triple international, wants to be in the Blackfern 7s, 15s and Kiwi Ferns.
Just this side, girls, we're both in line.
She might have to have a chat to Honey Hirami Smiler.
That's going to be the middle. This middle there.
This is the break here. It's just almost like Blues just suddenly had far more numbers, but the chase back by Winnie Palamo, she's also got speed, so she was always going to do that.
Oh, stolen away. Has it by Matatu. It's a scrap for the ball, and it's come away on the Matatu side. So the Blues line out just faltered. Ponsonby caught well and truly behind the gain line, almost on her goal line.
Leave it now.
Olsen Baker has to come in the dead ball area. And that's been ripped away, and it's advantage for the Blues now. So back they come. Mikaeli Tu'u just goes hard and direct as always.
You're okay. No advantage coming from the knock-on on the ground.
So it's Blues possession after their knock-on. They lost control at line-out time, but was somehow able to steal it back.
Oh, just look at Tulpa Basin trying to get her woman up.
Okay, here's the mark.
Under pressure, Matatu had ball in hand, but the smart of finals footy. They know what it means to be crucial, and for them to be able to get up into Matatu's face just then and keep the ball in the green zone of their field is really crucial.
Referee Maggie Cogaor there just explaining to the Blues that if they have dominance, they need to keep straight, and that's when she can reward them, because we've seen a few times they push Matatu back, but because they've twisted, she's had to reset.
Bind! Set!
Matatu did well to hold them there, but here come the Blues with demand, looking to slice through, and then flick a ball for Portia Woodman-Whitcliffe under the posts. And put the Blues with a chance to go back in front in this final.
Try number 5 for Portia Woodman-Whitcliffe. We see it all the time, but just watch Ruahei Demand here, just cool, calm, collected, just takes it forward a couple metres and keeps her arms available to give the offload. She knows that Portia's going to be there on her outside to give the offload. Who else to put them back level than Portia Woodman-Whitcliffe, but Demand. Just impressive for her to be able to stay calm with all of that pressure that she had on her and just take a couple steps forward, break the first tackler and give the offload.
Demand puts the Blues back in front as we head into the final quarter, 21-19.
She is such a threat with ball in hand, and that's why there were 2 players committed to her, and that's what opened up the space. But the line from Woodman-Whitcliffe, absolutely outstanding. It may look like she didn't do much, but she ran the perfect line to go in, virtually untouched.
Another swing in this final. It's the Blues who bring down the restart, and Holly Greenway is doing the hard work. Number 6 starting to come increasingly into the game. Now Tearinger as well. Able to get up and go again and drive an extra couple of metres. Purposeful run from the replacement prop forward. Now Demand just trying to find some space in behind here. She's found some open territory. The bounce will be, well, I was going to say kind enough for Palamo. Eventually it's set up for it. So possession with the hands of Kaipo Olsen-Baker and Matatu. Oh, Blues are in this though. They've stolen it away. It's Woodman-Whitcliffe who got locked in over that ball to pinch the turnover. Bruce shoves it on, and here's Demand. So much time to spin it along for Basin. Ball goes through for Turner. Argument of a knock-on to 2. Nothing to aim up in defence.
It will be your scrum here.
Stop play here.
Yeah, I'm just going to stop because this is clearly a head injury, okay? It will be your scrum here, Maya.
Stayed down. It is going to be Blues position, but player safety paramount first of all.
Yeah, I think the ball was out there. You just can't play the 9. Yeah, the 9. Does that make sense? But if you go for the ball, yeah, 100%, because the ball is out. So
Shay
you can play the ball, but
just
if the ball is out and she doesn't have it, you can't play her.
Checking on that penalty that she conceded, playing the 9 that got the Blues back on the front foot. Boy, they have had a rough old run with injury, Matatu.
I believe it might be Georgia Ponsonbeek down.
And they are actually going to check to see if there's any foul play here.
Yes, Maggie, I'm going to show you a head-on-head contact by 2 green.
Yeah, okay. We're on the screen now.
So it's against Georgia Ponsonby.
Here's your second look, Maggie.
Okay. I'm seeing this as a high degree of danger. Judges judging by the force. So there's lower. And I'm not seeing it as high degree of danger. Yeah. I'm not sure there's I'm thinking a yellow card for number 2. Okay.
Haven't seen is this in full speed.
Camera coming back to you now.
Okay, so we do have foul play because number 2 green could be lower in this tackle. There is head contact. It's not a high degree of danger. However, there is no mitigation, so this will be a yellow card to 2 green. Obviously.
So Georgia Ponsonby,
So where the player was down is
strapped up and goes to the side. So with a shade over 15 minutes to
water off,
play,
please.
Matatu will spend the next 10 minutes down to 14.
Unfortunate trio of events for Georgia Ponsonby, going high, then getting blood, and then getting a card. Very unfortunate for her. So Matatu are going to have to step up. That is a huge loss for Matatu to lose Georgia Ponsonby. Hooker as well.
Scrap? Okay, so it was a penalty here for the upright tackle.
We've got subs coming on, Taylor.
Yeah, well, they're going to have to bring on the front rower, so Tegan Hollows will come on, which means Stacey Neal is the sacrificial lamb that comes off.
Yep, sorry. Here's the mark. Tegan, if you can just set left of the mark.
Now it's fortunate they've got the extra lockout, don't they? And Laura Bayfield,
Time is on.
who can now pack down in the second row. And there's the Black Ferns coach, Alan Bunting, due to name his first squads very soon in the first test, not that far away, 17th of May, Pacific 4, taking on Canada and Christchurch. Of course, beaten by Canada last year, and then a match against the USA. That will be played at North Harbour Stadium the following week. A big, big year to come for that man and all of these women. Here come the Blues. Mikaeli Tu'u just stumbled as she came out the back of that scrum. Allowed Bremner to get up on her.
Counter-ruck is
and then, counter-ruck. Well did Alana Bremner, allowing Matatu to come forward. Blues have come back at them. They've countered the counter, and now it's there for Vaipulu. Olsen Baker on it. Olsen Baker with the steal. Big plays in defence. First it was Bremner, then it was Olsen Baker.
It's always going to be Kai Olsen Baker. She's had 3 breakdown steals this season. She knows when she needs to time her space and time her time of getting her ball, her hand on ball, in the turnover. But also staying on her feet when she's got players just absolutely full speed at her. Just such a strong, powerful player for such a young age. She's been impressive. But we've got an impressive Blackfern that's coming on for the Blues right now.
Oh, absolutely, we do. 48 tears at Blackfern. Eloise Blackwell comes onto the field, and she replaces Topper Basin. So she'll go into the second row, and the Vaipulu Roos will go into the back 3.
Good first throw for Tegan Hollows coming into the action. McCook, Chelsea Bremner. Matatu going to have to work really hard to get out of here. Happy to keep ball in hand with Rule.
Leave it now. Use it!
Slow this time for McCook, who this time will loft it up into the air and allow the chasers to come through. And there's a good contest in the air. It's come off a Matatu hand. Here's Sorensen McGee in open play. Broken play is where she's dangerous.
No advantage.
Hollow's got in the way, but there was no advantage from the initial knock on. can do in broken play.
Time off, number 1.
Another big change as well coming on for Matatu. Maddie Robinson making her debut for Matatu, replacing Pip Love, who has worked very hard tonight. Well, she obviously...
What a time. Pip Love, what a warhorse she is, heads to the side. Maddie Robinson was on the bench in the final for the Blues last year. Now finds herself packing down against them.
Crouch! Bind!
Giving plenty of encouragement as the scrum packs down as well. It's nice and
Almost looked like Portia Woodman-Wycliffe wasn't expecting the ball, maybe looked for a backdoor pass instead from Demand. Just caught her a bit off guard, so the timing was off there between Demand and Woodman-Wycliffe. But the hype and the energy from Matatu is still there. They've still got a sniff. They're not far behind, 21-19 with 15 minutes to go. This is the opportunity to turn this into some really good territory and some possession as well. They've been on defence for quite a bit, but Portia Woodman-Wycliffe, look at that, 10 carries, 96 metres made. She's just an absolute legend. She's still got it. She has still got it.
There's a little bit going on off the ball as well. Okay. Tara Turner gave Amy Duplessis a big shove in the chest because Amy got in her face.
Okay, let's get our hookers to set further left. So
the Blues made a mistake.
We don't fight
only down by 2 points. Okay. I mean, they can still well and truly win this game, even down by 1 woman.
This match has been full of swings. It's been a grind at times. Okay. It's been Rugby Aupiki champions for the second time. Put on by Turner, I think it was, that dislodged the ball. And the Blues look to counter-attack here. Colossi's got Woodman. Get the ball away. Beats one. Can't go through hollows, though.
Advantage is over.
The Blues coming. Remember, Matatu playing with 14. Shay Robbins-Retty sets off. Eloise Blackwell.
19 Blues. I'm at a penalty on field. I just want to check the contact point.
Yep, I've got you.
Now Hannah King just got straight back up on her feet just then. Oh my gosh. That is some pure strength right there. Pure toughness, but Eloise Blackwell, she's in a little bit of trouble here.
So, definitely foul play. High degree of danger. What are you seeing mitigation-wise? No, Maya, we spoke about this. You don't need to be here. You need to go back to your huddle, please. There is a sidestep. Do you think it's significant enough?
I don't know how much mitigation there is. I mean, Eloise Blackwell, I know she's hot, she's tall.
It's just whether the sidestep is a
Hannah King, not so much.
I'm not seeing that as a significant change of direction, so I'm just at high degree of danger with no clear mitigation, so I'm actually at a 20-minute red card. Okay, Estelle, do you have any other facts than those?
No, I agree with those facts.
Okay, I have a decision, then come back to me.
Well, Maggie's seen it the same way.
Thank you. Okay, so we do have foul play because 19 Blue could be lower in this tackle. We have direct head. So it'll be a 20-minute red against number 19 Blue.
Another massive turn of events in this final. Eloise Blackwell, red card.
Are you okay?
For the veteran lock, who captained the Blues in the first ever Women's Super Rugby match, will now have to watch this from the sidelines.
Are you going for
14 on 14.
Yeah, okay. They're going for touch.
But Matatu will get their player back.
Okay. Time is on.
Blues discipline this year has actually been
Bayfield, oh, it's come away for the Blues. Now it's spilled forward by Turner. So it's got really messy as the desperation has started to creep in from both sides. As we nudge towards the final 10 minutes of this decider. That ball is awkward, and there'll be a penalty. Another penalty against the Blues.
You have two. Alana, you do have one here, or just about a couple meters further up on the lineup. Yeah, it's like 5 meters further.
The Blues bench have come over and asked the matchday doctor whether Hannah King should be coming off for an HIA.
Arm in the air.
Quite tactical, that one.
That's often the case, isn't it? When you get a head-on-head, one player gets carded or sent off, and the player who was on the receiving end stays on the field. They are wearing the smart mouth guards, though, so that would be picked up independently if she needs to come to the side. They go to the front in Bayfield. The drive worked to good effect earlier on, and they're going to have to bring it away. And that's exactly what she does, Brooker. They're keeping it close, but just got a little bit sideways, and then the ball goes into the hands of Sorensen McGee. Like Con comes in and slips away from one. Brooker chasing Braxton Sorensen McGee, this 18-year-old wonder kid.
to 14, it doesn't matter when you've got who's gonna step up, put her hand up and say, but Braxton Sorensen McGee, we've seen her do this multiple times this season.
Carlos is doing what everyone in the stand behind me was doing. They were willing her home. The stadium absolutely erupted.
Ten seconds.
Demand.
She had so much work to do here, not just the intercepting, collecting that, but backing her pace and still staying strong, even with
need to come back again. Braxton Sorensen McGee said at the start, the sky's the limit for that young player. She's given her team a 7-point lead in the final 10 minutes. Blues still full of running. Demand just got sideways again. Nice tackle, McCook. Come together. Turner clears away for Atlanta Lolo here. Still going the hooker. Won the title with Matatu, but they've got an over this. Olsen Baker has won it back, and they've got a penalty.
Kaipo Olsen Baker, that's her second for tonight. She'll step up in those crucial moments. Matatu aren't out. They need to keep the energy. They need to keep the faith. We've got some Black Ferns in that Matatu side that understand this type of pressure, time pressure, score pressure. They just need to stay calm. do their things right, do the basic things right.
Olsen Baker, but they will be back to a full contingent. But unfortunately, Georgia Ponsonby failed that HIA after receiving that blood, so Tegan Hollows will stay on. And Kalia Awa, the contractor back firm but uncapped, she comes on and replaces Tara Turner at halfback for the Blues.
In that Matatu line, as Hollows has thrown that well and truly over, and it's come away with Te Ringa. So Matatu, as the pressure came on, they got a little muddled. Oh, demand, that's charged. Everyone's on side. It's there for Awa, and now it's getting really anxious from everyone. But it was Laikong who was quickest to the loose ball, and now Olsen Baker. Now remember, we're back 15, playing 14. The Blues with a red card. Amy Rule, gee, she's made some good meters with ball in hand this match. Goes again, Duplessis. Kelson McCook. Big 40 minutes from her coming into the game early with injury. Olsen Baker again. Another determined run. Alana Bremner, her older sister Chelsea on the shoulder. Cook comes again. It's nice and patient from Matatu. In this attacking red zone, to the 5-metre line goes Duplessis. Alana Bremner wants it again. Converted, try the difference. 7 points it is. Just over 5 minutes to play in this final. Another pulsating Aupiki. Blues just cannot get hands on ball.
Maya Kawana-Kalani-Roos just gets underneath Pip Love and able to shift her body height. Call from the ref for the maul, and then able to just secure the ball on the ground and get a crucial turnover for her team.
Everyone in the crowd is just waiting with bated breath because this game is on a knife edge. It could go either way, as you mentioned.
Heck of a place to try and exit for the Blues here as Matatu look to get a shove on. Awa clears it away, and it just lifted up. They're going to run it out. Woodman Wycliffe held on. And just gets them an extra 10 metres or so. Buying them some time, and now it's spilled by Tangent Wainohu. And Matatu will get another chance.
Knock on. Green scrum.
Oh, it's unfortunate.
30 seconds.
Knock on in a crucial moment, a crucial area of the field as well. Tangent Wainohu. 4 Blackburn caps. So she's been into the pressure moments of playing in the black jersey before, and moments like this, Ellen Bunting are going to be looking at these players and going, right, who's going to stand up, who's going to step up? Look at the Matatu girls. Lucy Jenkins, she looks nervous. Fair enough, girl. Fair enough.
That is the quietest I have seen her all night, because she has been the most animated player animated player. Well, she's a player in the stands this entire game.
Girls, I'm waiting for stability.
Tough watch, Reloise Blackwell on the side too.
Okay? Don't try to guess for my call.
Shamali Airport coming on in her 20th.
By 7, but it's Matatu with the free kick, and look at Olsen Baker, wants it in her hands, sending them backwards she goes to the 5-metre line. Back it comes, Hollows for Alana Bremner. Bremner close to the Chelsea Bremner has a peek over the top and goes.
Hands up here, hands up.
Tegan Hollow's the next one, the Otago veteran, getting a crack in this final. Bayfield, the converted open side, burrowing and over just short as she, held up as she, held up it is.
Over the line, I'm right here. Over the line.
Held up over the line. Tangent Wynor who got it underneath. It'll be a Blues goal line dropout.
What a way to get back from your mistake before. Try-saving tackle to get underneath. Look at all those Matatu players and still able to hold herself underneath that. Matatu is still going to get the ball back here, though. They've still got an opportunity.
Demand. Oh, just got an underneath this one. Who wants it? Nobody. Eventually it's there for Thea Lycon. Matatu with 2.5 minutes to play. And a 7-point difference in this final. Bayfield for Duplessis. Now Brooker, some open space here. Remember, the Blues are a player short. Or Robbins-Letty just holds on, ducks under the tackle. Woodman-Wycliffe on it. Tough to squeeze it back here, but they do. Hannah King, who's got one big play for Matatu.
No hands, no, 17. Your tackler in the way.
McCook, back they go again. Robbins-Letty has had no room in open play, but slips the ball. Good support from Niau to the 22. Blues clinging on in defence. Bayfield just still going. Back it comes from McCook again. Alana Bremner, the captain. King, they put it through the hands. Duplessis crashes up. Brooker, the offload. The hands are quick and slick from Matatu. The Blues sweep across once more. Lycon goes to the floor. Back they come into the hands of Amy Rule. Hands on it or just lost out to Teringa. Bremner. Now Maddie Robinson, the debutante for Matatu. King, they are pressing, they are probing. They just cannot find a way through though, Matatu. Tegan it is, Teagues. Ball in hand, the number 16. Blues having to roll away again. They've been disciplined down here when they've needed it now. Rule comes at them again into the final minute of the final. Chelsea Bremner going forward 4 metres short. Who's next? It's Amy Rule looking to go to 2. Half a metre away. Now it comes for Stacey Niau. She's held up over the line. The defence from the Blues is staunch, it's tough.
Let's go.
And there'll be time for a goal line dropout.
Oh, Ricky. What an unbelievable game we have had tonight at Eden Park.
Stay off the field, no.
This has been a classic Super Rugby Aupiki final. Refs are telling the medics to get off.
Last minute change for the Blues. Grace Nungle comes on into the hooking position, hoping to bring on some big energy in the last few seconds of this game.
What are we going to do here, team? Okay.
Time for one more play, one more dropout from the Blues, one more chance to attack for Matatu. It needs a converted try to tie it up and send it to extra time. No golden point, extra time.
Is sitting down here on the sideline, Ricky. Everyone up on their feet. They are so nervous. Both teams, Matatu willing their ladies to try and score a try here. And while the Blues side, they know that they're just seconds away from being the first team to go back to back.
Everyone behind, please. Everyone behind. Okay, time is on.
Braxton Sorensen McGee to send this away. Trapped 25 metres out, so Matatu will throw everything as Kai Paul Olsen-Baker almost busted away through. Around they come for Rule, now Duplessis. Amy Duplessis again, who's been their best all season. Still there for Matatu, it's Olsen-Baker once more. There goes the siren, a converted try needed for Matatu. Duplessis, wide again. Woodman-Wycliffe's got it. Woodman-Wycliffe's away. just need to get it out of there to become back-to-back Super Rugby Aupiki champions. Extraordinary finish to an extraordinary final. It is the Blues, champions once more. They have beaten Matatu at Eden Park. The Blues 26, Matatu 19.
Oh, that final had it all. A dominating first 20 minutes from Matatu. Blues chasing black back. A yellow, a red. And to still come out on top with 14 players on the field. What a battle we had tonight, Ricky. That is classic Super Rugby Aupiki final.
Two of the most relaxed coaches you could ever hope to meet. I think even they felt it in those final moments. What a way. The delight and the despair of top-level sport. And we can go in straight into the mixer. Taylor Curtis is standing by with Liana Mikhailitu.
Well, Liana, you have gone back to back. Tell me, what does that mean? Sink that, like, let that sink in with your team.
I don't have the words right now. I'm so sorry. I'm so proud of this group. I think it goes beyond just winning a title, man. We get one chance in the week to practice what we put out here today, and man, we have I have nothing but pride for this team and this club. Yeah.
That final had absolutely everything, every single colour of the card. There were massive turnover players from both. This is a great representation of women's rugby.
Yeah, you just said it. And play as a team till the 80th minute, and I think that's what we did. And credit to Matatu because they did that as well.
You well deserved there. Congratulations. Go celebrate with your team.
Thank you so much.
Well, let's go to Taylor Johnson now, who's standing by with Braxton Sorensen-McGee.
Thanks, Taylor. Braxton, well, 18 years old, first Super Rugby Pacific season. You're a champion at that, and you scored a try in the grand final. I mean,